What is up, everybody? It's me, someone you don't know, talking about somebody else on the internet. And today we're talking about Drake and is the era over? The Drake and Kendrick Lamar saga is pretty much at the end. So let's talk about whether Drake's era is coming to an end. Like this video right now. Subscribe to this channel, or I swear to God, I'm making a diss track to you, you fuck. Alright? Ready demonetized in a matter of fucking 30 seconds by just saying the curse word. And I don't give a shit. Alright, so let's really get into this, man. So Drake era, man. Let's first start with the first number one reason why it might be over. And that's because Drake is getting old. My boy's almost pushing 40, bro. He's not pushing P, he's pushing 4D. You know what I'm saying? It's getting to that time where I think my boy need to call it quits. How long could you be talking about the same subject matter, such as young girls and all this craziness? And, you know, he needs to switch to either the Jay-Z route and start talking about goddamn art, or I think people are just going to be like, you're too old to be talking about going to the club, meeting your love of your life, all right? We don't want to hear that shit no more, Drake. All right, we want to hear something deep, complex, maybe something about you bought a fucking piece of art and it costs $10 million and you don't know what to do with it because you're so rich. And you know, Magna Carta, Jay-Z style, you know, just fucking talk your rich boy shit. But I think people are kind of, you know, and this is my second point, getting tired of listening to Drake music. I think this is the number 2 point. I think people are trying to find that new artist, that new person to take over Drake, which it's kind of hard because the music industry is so saturated nowadays. And it's like all the top artists that's been on top for so long, they've maintained their position because nobody can really get to that level. But it does seem like we're getting to a place where a lot more people than not are kind of just like, another Drake song, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's just becoming, you've been on top of the game for so long that people are just getting tired of your voice. They're just like, you know what, I just want to hear something else. And it could get to that point. And here's my number 3 point, is the Kendrick Lamar beef. The Kendrick Lamar beef, I think, did some damage to Drake's career in some sense and his public perception because of the, you know, the hit line by Kendrick Lamar. Certified law boy, certified pedophile. God damn, bro. That fucked him up. All right. So the allegations towards Drake about him being a groomer, no pets, you know, groomer, no Zohan, are pretty damning. I've seen a lot of TikTok videos, a lot of Twitter posts about it, and about all the creepy shit, you know, Millie Bobby Brown, Billie Eilish, that one girl that Drake's dad follows her. So it's just a weird situation.
Wait, they said Drake dad follow you?
We do.
Be honest, what do you think about the Drake allegations?
Yes, speak on it.
Would you let
That's
Drake, would you let Drake like you?
That'll be something I can't confess. I mean, not confess, something I can't talk about because that'll be in the court.
The court.
So yeah, all those allegations, and might I say, allegations against Drake have not looked too good, man. And the fact that he was hiding his son from the world, or world was hiding his son from him, or he was hiding his son, or his son was hiding from the world, I don't fucking know. You know, the lies from Drake, you know what I'm saying? That could play a toll in the end. Maybe he does have a daughter. Maybe Kendrick was telling the truth, guys. Maybe Drake was lying to us again. Maybe he's hiding his daughter from the world, or the world's hiding from his daughter, or the daughter is hiding from him, he's hiding from the world. There's just some shit going on there, all right? But the pedo allegations could be damning on Drake's career, and it could drive people away from wanting to listen to Drake, especially after that last diss track, like acknowledging it and saying like, "Oh, you're wrong, Kendrick. I knew you would come with this Epstein fucking angle, you piece of dog shit. I hate you." Man, what a beef. What a beef off. That was the beef of the century. But yeah, those are my top reasons of why I think Drake's era might be coming to an end. But let me give you the reasons why I think it might not be over. All right, and one is because he's been on top for so long. It looks like every time Drake drops an album, he's selling out. You know what I'm saying? All his albums, selling over 500K copies. My boy, can't do no wrong. It seems like he has his core fan base, and his core fan base is huge, humongous. It's one of the best fan bases in the world, bro. They'll defend him through anything. All right, they'll defend him fucking longer than R. Kelly's fans defended him. All right, it's just wild. All right, so Drake does have a very, very strong fan base, which I feel like will stick through him through anything because he's made so much good music that's probably helped a lot of dudes through fucking heartbreak that they just cried listening to Drake songs and like, oh Drake, you were there, with me, you understood, those type of dudes. So Drake does have that core fan base, and I'm not gonna lie, I like some Drake music. I'm not gonna stop listening to Drake. If Drake dropped an album, I'm going to listen to it. Okay, I like Drake's music. I think Drake's pretty good. I'm not too much of a fan. I don't know him personally, but all the allegations seem pretty damning. He does seem like a little bit of a weird guy, but who am I to fucking judge? All right, I don't know him personally, but that's one of my main points of why I think he's gonna, the era's now over. Drake's music is always gonna sell. It's always gonna sell. He's always gonna sell out tours. He's always gonna do that. Because he has that fucking big ass fan base that just love anything. They just suck him dry. They love to suck on some Drake. They love some good old Drake sucking. And boom, number 2. Let's get to the number 2 point. Wait, I think I wrote this down on my phone. 1 second. Oh, there's no competition. Number 2 point, there's no competition. There we go. We always get right into it. There's no competition though. Honestly, Drake, who does he have to go against? J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, Kanye West? I don't think any of the newer artists are competing with a Drake album. So if like Drake drops an album on the same day someone else drops an album like Gunna or something, he's going to outsell Gunna. He's going to outsell 21 Savage. He's going to outsell anybody. He's outselling any rapper, hip-hop artist. He's not going to outsell Beyonce on the first day sale, I can tell you that much. He's not going to outsell Taylor Swift. That's a fact. But he can outsell most rappers. Not even most rappers, probably like 98% of rappers. I think the higher 2% are the Kanye Wests, the Kendrick Lamars of the world, the J. Coles. But there's a lot of artists that he's outselling right now. You know what I'm saying? There's no competition. The music game is saturated. You got the Yeats of the world. You got the Lil Nas X's. You got the which is the rapper I like. I think Big Plug 30. I don't fucking know these guys' names anymore. There's just so many of them. But one other artist I really like, Key Glock. I feel like he's so fucking good, man. Key Glock, that's my guy, man. Key Glock goes fucking hard, bro. That's one of my favorite artists right now. But yeah, there's not really any competition when it comes to selling records or promotional wise. When Drake promotes his album good and Drake really puts it out there because he has so much money behind him, he's gonna sell. He's gonna sell a lot. So there's not really any competition, and all these newer artists are really not making any music that has any longevity, which honestly, there's a lot of good music. I'm not going to say that everyone's making horrible music, but there's no substance to it. And Drake, at least in some of his songs, has a little bit of substance or a little bit of something that people can relate to when it comes to heartbreak and shit like that. So that's something that Drake will always have the advantage on, is that there's not really competition, especially in today's market in music. All the top artists will remain top artists because the people that are mid-level artists or artists on the rise always kind of fizzle out because there's always the next new artist. So Drake got the game on lock. And let's get to the third point. The third point is that the internet quickly forgets. So let's just get to this realistic point, into my opinion, at the end after this. The internet's quick to forget. The internet doesn't really cancel anyone as much as they think they do. They'll cancel you for like maybe a year, the tops. And then after, they'll forget. I mean, they'll cancel a lesser artist, like, no disrespect, but like the Baby, they'll be able to cancel him because he hasn't reached the plateau that Drake has. But as you can see, Kanye West can say whatever the fuck he wants and he'll still always have his core fan base. You know what I'm saying? There's a certain artist where no matter what they do, it genuinely doesn't matter because they have people that's going to follow them through the fucking storm, all right? They don't give two shits whether Kanye West says anything about any other race and says that they're pieces of shits and puts on rants. They don't care. And just like Drake fans, they don't care about those pedo accusations. They believe they're all false. They believe he's not a fucking groomer, no fucking pets. He's a fucking good guy, and he's just a ladies' man. And him smashing all these fucking dudes' chicks is just part of the game. It's, you know, it's what they rap about. So that's my main point, is that the internet will quickly forget about all of these pedo accusations. And honestly, the Not Like Us song will have its time, but it'll probably be named the song of the year, song of the summer, definitely. But it will die out, because at the end of the day, we live in a society where everything's so saturated that it's here today, gone tomorrow, and you go on to the next thing. So that's my third and last point of why I think Drake era is not over. And so my opinion on this is Drake era is definitely not over. Just for the points that I notated from above, even the points where why it is over kind of just implicates that it's not over, it's not going to be over. And at the end of the day, it's because the world we live in, everyone's quick to forget, but the one thing that they won't forget is good music, and Drake makes some good music. So at the end of the day, you can hate him, you can love him, but you're gonna hear his music no matter what, because he's gonna make a good song, and when he does, it's gonna be played all over the clubs, all over the radio. It's gonna be all over fucking NBA playoffs or fucking whatever's going on, NFL. You know, it's Drake. So he's reached that status in life where even through a beef like this with Kendrick Lamar, same thing with Jay-Z that happened with him when Nas ethered him, he's just gonna keep going, man. Probably even going harder than ever. No Diddy or no Drizzy. I don't know which one at this point. But if you got to this point in the video, thank you. Appreciate the support. Appreciate can't speak English, huh? That's my only language. Appreciate the love, and I hope you like the video. If you do, hit the like button. It helps with the algorithm. Subscribe to this channel for more content like this, and there's gonna be more people to cover. So I'm gonna be fucking doing that. New video coming out every week. And until next time, comment down below, like, subscribe, and I'll see y'all. Peace.
Bye. Have a beautiful time.